Right now, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is among several members of the Democratic Governors Association meeting with the president to discuss growing concerns about his candidacy. The meeting comes 6 days after Biden's struggles in the first presidential debate led to widespread questions from party leaders and donors about his ability to win re-election. The meeting with governors follows an all-staff meeting earlier today where the president reiterated that he is running. During that meeting, the White House chief of staff told the president's team to, quote, tune out the noise and focus on governing. Meantime, White House officials say Biden has been reaching out to top Democratic lawmakers on his own to calm their nerves, but they are denying a report by the New York Times claiming that the president admitted in those talks to allies that he only has days to salvage his campaign. Danny Spiewak joins us tonight to try to sort some of this out and talk about how analysts are interpreting the effects of the administration's efforts to contain the fallout. That's a lot, Danny.
Yeah, Kent, the Biden administration, of course, has downplayed concerns about the president's age and cognitive ability, but polls show that many voters, perhaps even a majority, worry that President Biden may be too old to serve effectively in a second term. It's a perception experts say the president must shake if he wants to win re-election.
I know I'm not a young man.
As he continues to manage the fallout from last week's debate, President Biden met Wednesday with a group of Democratic governors,
when you can organize,
including Governor Walz, to develop a game plan.
Biden is trying to reassure the governors, and the governors are trying to find out whether Biden is somebody they can continue to support.
Dr. Kevin Sauter is a professor emeritus of communication at the University of St. Thomas.
Political communication is your wheelhouse. So when you watched the debate, what was your reaction to that?
People use the word catastrophe or disaster for Biden. It was a difficult night, but we also have, 4 or 5 months until the election. It's a long way to go.
Yet, according to a CBS News poll conducted after the debate, 72% of registered voters say Biden doesn't have the cognitive health to serve. And the latest Siena College poll published Wednesday shows former President Trump with a 6-point lead over Biden.
How does he flip this script?
Well, I think that he has to return to the robust, energetic Biden that we saw in the State of the Union.
The state of our union is strong and getting stronger.
I think that quelled a lot of fears when he came through and made a very strong performance. So he's got some things coming up. He's got some appearances that will be important.
On Friday, for example, Biden will sit down for an in-depth interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos.
They want to be able to set the narrative and control the narrative. Unfortunately, here for the Biden White House, the narrative's gotten away from them.
Dr. Joshua Skacko with the University of South Florida wrote a book on the way presidents communicate in the digital age.
Presidents are already fighting for attention. This is partly the reason why modern presidents have to communicate so much.
We're close.
But during his presidency, Biden has faced criticism over his relative lack of press conferences and one-on-one interviews, which have been much less frequent compared to past presidents.
The president very much has not necessarily been in the settings that would have helped to prepare him for the debate.
If Biden stays in the race, though, his next major platform will be the Democratic National Convention next month.
The campaigns really don't start until after the conventions, and then we have the entire fall, and then we have those crucial last couple of weeks at the end of October and the very beginning of November. That's when people, I think, that might change are going to change, but not in July.
After meeting with Democratic governors and congressional leaders today, President Biden will appear in the swing states of Wisconsin and Pennsylvania this weekend. And he also has a press conference planned in Washington, D.C. next weekend.
Oh, yeah, and that huge interview on ABC. A lot of stuff going on, Danny. A lot of eyes will be on him in those coming days.